Welcome to day one of maintaining my high mileage Mustang every day until we run out of things to repair or I run out of money. We're at 185,000 miles and today we're doing tensioners and idler pulleys. Let's get into it. We've got some tools. We've moved this out of the way. Now we're going to take the intake out. This thing here is the tensioner, which we have to bring tension off of like this. See that? You pull it that way, tension goes bye-bye. So that's what we're gonna do. Problem is I can't hold you, a light, and the breaker bar all at the same time and then take the belt off, which is the first step, by the way. So we're taking the belt off, then we'll take the tensioner and the pulley off, put the new one on, and re-put the belts on. All right, camera, action. Oh wow, look at that. This looks pretty new. That's unfortunate. We've got a new one. And I can't tell, you can just hear that thing not wanting to. Y'all, that thing's cooked. You know what? God made air tools for a reason. All right, guys, back from a quick run to the hardware store, because turns out I can't see very well down there. So we got a new inspection mirror, as well as some more coolant, which I think is what that is. Fantastic. Here's what we're dealing with. We can't see. So the next step is to take off that pulley right there. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring you along for the ride, so have fun with this. Step one is to find our 15. Yep, baller. Okay, now we're gonna find our ratchet. So, here's what I've learned. Basically, that is coolant, which is probably leaking from behind my water pump in the seal area, which my water pump is there-ish. And that's not great. It doesn't mean necessarily that I have to replace it, because it could be potentially this Y here as well could be leaking, which is seeming possible. Because that seems kind of dirty for something that's supposed to be dry. I don't know if you all can see this at all. Anyway, so that's the problem there. How to solve that issue is take a closer look. So that's why I'm taking this idler pulley off and the fact that I still have to replace it. So once we get this taken out, like that, we'll slap the new one on. Okay. Lots of old parts out here. Those are done. That is in fact what was all over the back. That's why it was so hard to get it to come off, because it's been soaking up stuff. Anyway, throw that over there. We've got our new pulley right here, also from Gates. I would have gotten the tensioner from Gates, but that was not an option. This is a little bit nicer. It's metal. Old one was plastic, and yeah. It's also a little bit thicker, so the belt has a little more wiggle room, per se. So yeah, we'll put this on in a minute, but I want to take a look under here. Now, these inspection mirrors are pretty cool. Basically, you shine your light at it, and then you look at it. See, just like this, I can see what's going on in there. But anyway, if you shine your light down here and wipe it off, because my fingers are greasy, we can take a look at what is behind this. That's where the idler pulley was. And just shining our light at it, you probably can't see this very well, just shining our light generally at the mirror reflects the light into what we're looking at, which is really cool, I think. Anyway, I'm going to clean off down in here where the tensioner was, and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next, because I'm not quite sure yet. Anyway, guys, yeah, there's always something when you're working on cars. All right, guys, welcome back. We have determined that it's leaking from the thermostat. However, that doesn't really affect us today. We're gonna figure that another time. So, now we get to put it all back together. This one will go in first, and you wanna make sure that that goes on the bottom there. Slide that like so, and start threading it in. All right, guys. The tensioner here gets torqued down to 8 foot-pounds, and since the lowest my torque wrench goes is 25, we're going to apply 8 pounds of force to this 1 foot wrench. Like that. It's really not that much torque. Anyway, now we get this around the crankshaft. All right, it's around the crankshaft. Now it comes out around the tensioner. Comes back. Actually, while I'm down here, loop this around that thing. The alternator. Jeez, terminology's hard, guys. And it comes back from the alternator under the idler, up over top of this. Right. Okay. That's how it's supposed to go. This is correct. Just gonna go ahead and chuck this old boy on here. Some nice. All right, guys. The weather was iffy, and our light died. That's about as far as we've gotten. I changed what I'm using to torque down on this. So, give it a shot here. All right. That should be good. All right. Now, everything on there that's a little bit hinky, well, I'm going to straighten 1 or 2 of these out. Just even them on there a little, because I'm just trying to straighten out that little gap so it sits flusher. All right. Okay. That should do it. Now I got to put all this stuff back in. So that's going to be a whole bunch of fun. Boom, just like that, we're all back together, at least with this thing. I'm going to put some more coolant in here because clearly this is not enough. Yeah, so then I got to put that, and we'll give her a little start. See if she broke. Hopefully not. I really don't want to break anything else on this right now. I've got enough things. Anyway, we're using pre-stone platinum in this sucker. Already diluted because I didn't have any of the undiluted stuff. That's actually a cheat code, guys. Getting undiluted mixture instead of the pre-diluted ready to use, because it's about the same price and you literally get double. Anyway, I'm gonna get this filled up, we'll get that all put back down. And yeah. Just like that, guys, everything's back in place and we're ready to give this thing a test start and see if anything happens, you know, and the night is still young, anything is possible. Also, on a side note, the top's leaking back there somewhere, and I need to figure that out because I keep on coming in here after like big rainstorms, and the back seat is just like, well, the floor in the back seat has standing water in it, which is not great. Chill, bruh. Listen to that sucker purr. All right. You can hardly tell they're moving. Son of a gun, look at that. Oh, by the way, I disconnected my AC condenser because it's about to fall off. Anyway. Wow. Look at that. Oh, that dropped a bit. Sure, it's fine. Don't do what I just did, guys. If your car's been running for any amount of time, there will be pressure in there and it will shoot that through your hood. Which is not ideal, if you can imagine. All right. Hot dog. Now I gotta edit this sucker.